Hey guys, welcome to my channel, and today we're doing a review of this Samsung Ultrawide monitor. And as you can see, it is a curved monitor, and it is a 3000 by 1400, so that resolution, which is an ultrawide, and it is a 21 by 9 ratio of width to height. And now we're going to connect it with 16-inch 2020 MacBook Pro using a USB-C cable that comes with this monitor. Let's turn it on if it cannot be turned on. Okay. So it recognized the device using USB Type-C. Okay, boom. So we have this display right here. And okay, so let me tell you about this display. So it is a curved monitor. It is a 34-inch curved monitor. It's kind of really heavy. And right off the bat, you can see it is not reflecting true colors of the MacBook Pro, and that is the main problem with this monitor. But other than that, it is a great monitor because, as you can see, I can do multitasking. The main purpose of using this monitor is multitasking. We have the 3 windows open, so you can work side by side. Let's say you are checking on your emails or you're writing an email, and on that you can either take reference from any other windows. So it is really helping on the multitasking part, right? But sometimes I work till evening, and one feature that helps me is the eye saver mode on this monitor. So if I go on this source, picture, and there's something called eye saver mode, and I'm trying to turn this on, and it creates kind of like a dim screen so that it blocks the blue light from this monitor, which is good for your eyes. And you can turn this on and off. It's up to you. Let's keep it off for now. And there's something called game mode. You can't really do gaming on this because the refresh rate is 100 Hertz, the maximum refresh rate. And I was trying to see the 4K content on this monitor, and it was not showing properly. I'll show you a sample of the 4K video on this monitor. So 4K UHD content cannot be viewed really well on this monitor because it is not a native 4K monitor, and that's the problem. And I was about to show you the game mode. I have the game mode turned on, so it kind of improves the clarity. So as you can see, the picture behind this. You know what? Let's change the Windows background or desktop background. So right now you can't see much here, but if you change the desktop background to something that has details on it, so let's see how it looks like. I'm going to use this wallpaper. So yes, there you go. So it is not that crispy, you know, it is not that pleasing to eyes because it is not clear. It is not clear. Maybe it is the light. Let me turn this off. Okay. And yeah, that's the problem this monitor has, is the text, they are not so crispy. What I mean by that is, let's go back to our window. And for example, let's say you're reading a newspaper. Let's do Times. Or let's do CNN. And as you can see, the text are not so clear. The texts are not so clear because this computer is outputting 4K content, or the display that matches this computer is not matched equally with this monitor. It is like it is rescaled, if you know what I mean. So that's why the texts are not so clear. So if you are working on this, the text looks worse. So I had this monitor for a week now, for almost a week now, and this is disappointing for me because the text, they are not crispy, they are not finished well. And what I mean by that is, as you can see, it is blurry. The text is blurry here. Let me zoom on this. And yeah, let me try to play 4K video on it to see how it looks like.
Is your agency using WordPress to build websites?
And again, it does not have its built-in speaker, so it will use the speaker of whatever computer it is paired with. And the good thing about this is there are many ports. There are many USB 3.0 ports on the back of this monitor if you want to connect your USB speaker, or if you want to connect a Bluetooth speaker, it offers a Bluetooth connection as well. And that being said, let's go to the monitor.
Chicken with a handsaw.
Finally skip. Let's turn it up to 4K. It is colorful, I have to say that. It is a really good panel, but for watching movies, for playing games even, and not the high-end games like the middle, the games that do not use much graphics. But for a MacBook companion, I don't think it will be a good MacBook companion. But look at the colors, they are vivid, they are so bright, the contrast is really great. But if you're working on it all day, you have to dim the contrast. It has to be, you have to be able to stare at the monitor for the whole day. And with this contrast, if you stare or if you keep on looking at the monitor for an hour or so, you'll get headaches. So it is really not good for your eyes unless you turn on the screensaver mode. The eye saver mode. But apart from that, let me play some Cyberpunk. Okay, playing on this Cyberpunk video, it is 4K. 2160, 60 pixels. But what happened to the audio? Okay, so if your game has more action, let's say like a combat kind of game, then it renders really, the render on this monitor is really choppy. That I figured out I was trying to watch a movie last night from Amazon Prime, and it was a UHD content as well. Maybe that's what it was struggling with, but it was not rendering it properly. It was just choppy when I saw that video. But it is colorful. I have to admit that. And if you can see on this monitor, whatever the moving pictures are, they are not so smooth. So it is kind of, I mean, you'll understand what I mean if you sit in front. Let me try to zoom in on this and show you how it looks like, but it is not moving smoothly. It is choppy. It is like, you know, like as if you are playing a high resolution video on a low resolution computer. That's what happens. And apparently it is not good for gaming as well. It is not good for watching high resolution movies as well. So it is for normal day-to-day use, for office use, but nothing more than that. Okay, let me zoom in on this video. For example, I saw that on my video as well. So I record my gameplay on PUBG Mobile, and when I try to play that video on this monitor, see how it looks like. So it is not smooth. The gameplay is actually smooth. I can show you how it looks like on this monitor. But on this monitor, it is choppy. It is choppy as hell. And if you were to see the same contents on this monitor, let me show you. See how you can see me sliding and, you know, running smoothly. Yeah, and that was another issue with the monitor. Overall, so I have explained enough, and overall it is a good monitor. No, I'm not trying to be negative. It is a good monitor, but when it comes down to extending your display from the MacBook, and if you are detail oriented, then you will see these texts that are text or even pictures that are not high scaled, that are not better quality, as you can see on the MacBook Retina display. So it is not a Retina display. Let me show you the system information. So it is a 3440 by 1440, and it is 73.7 kilohertz, 50 hertz. So it is not even 100 hertz. So it is a 50 hertz monitor. And the model of this monitor is LC34H890 WJLXZP. And as you can see, the text or the logos that are not so crispy. It is definitely the first drawback, and the biggest one, definitely a deal breaker for me, because I'm thinking of returning this monitor. because it is not what I was expecting. I was expecting for that resolution, I'll be able to see similar kind of pattern from my MacBook to the monitor, but even the text, if they were crispy clear, if they were well finished, then I could have kept it. I would have kept it, but this is a deal breaker for me. Alright guys, and once again, thank you for watching this video. I hope that helped you to make decision on this monitor, and I'll also leave the description of what monitor that I'm purchasing instead of this. So I'll be putting down a review as soon as I get that monitor. It is an LG Ultrafine 5K monitor. I just ordered it today. It will be coming after 2 days, and then I will put side-by-side comparison of that as well, so that you have a good idea of how this monitor will look like when you buy it. Or if none of this matters to you, if you are buying this monitor for multitasking and multitasking only, then this is a great monitor. It is curved, it is bigger, it is wider, and it has a lot of ports to extend or to connect any other devices. So it could be a good monitor for you, but if you're like me, then I definitely don't recommend this monitor.